welcome to this great event. This is our first year at Bellevue University in the basement level here, and it looks like it's a great setup. You know, we used to always do this over in the main commons area of Bellevue University. This past year, they began serving regular meals to students in terms of like the kids that are coming in from overseas and are here now. They needed more of a meal program for them, so that's why that facility is no longer available. But this is great setup, great facility. Thanks to our caterer today. Food is very good. So again, thanks to all of you for coming. Today's presenting sponsor is Great Western Bank, and this is their first year as presenting sponsor of this program, and we're very pleased with them joining and signing up for that opportunity. And with us today is Gary Grote. Gary's the Business Banker Group President for them. And basically, he oversees operations at 15 different locations in the greater Omaha and Bellevue area. And he's got over 22 years of experience in the financial industry. His background includes graduation from University of Lincoln, where he has a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration. He also holds majors in both finance and economics. Imagine that, a banker going into finance and economics. He also holds a degree from graduate school from Colorado in banking. Is that right, Gary?
Yeah.
So, in addition to his day job, Gary's also active and involved in the community, and his activities include the Nebraska Bankers Association. Also, he's a member of the board with Merrymakers, the Rose Theater, and the Nebraska Council of Economic Education. So with that, please help me welcome Gary Grote.
Thanks, Tom. It's kind of a long introduction for a boring banker job. But no, actually banking is certainly not boring. And it's events like these that make it exciting, and getting to learn about all the businesses that you all run. You know, I wore purple today. Somebody asked me if this was, there's like one Lakers fan still out there, and asked me if this was in honor of Kobe Bryant's last week in the NBA. And I said, no. I knew that there was going to be a chance, maybe there was going to be a photo op, and I've never seen Rita Sanders wear anything other than purple, and I wanted to look nice if we were going to take a prom picture together, and she fires with kind of a little blue today, so throw me for a loop. But great to see you again, Mayor. Thanks for being here. And I don't know how many of you know this, but it is National Lawyer Day today. And as luck would have it, I know the folks at Coley Jessen well enough to poke a little fun, right? So actually, but I won't really go there, but if you were tempted, there's a lot of material. Yesterday was National Beer Day, and I also know the guys well enough to know those go well together, but can anybody out there tell me how many lawyer jokes there are? Well, there's really only 3. The rest of them are all true stories. So there you have. You can take that back to Mr. Huck. But anyway, no, we're very pleased to be able to be a presenting sponsor of this great event. We've had a group here. I've had the privilege of attending several years, and just wanted to spend a couple minutes to give you a little feel for what Great Western's involvement or history in the community is. And then we'll get on with the awards, which is what everybody came to see. Back in 1907, actually, the beginning of Douglas County Bank, which was Bank of Benson, was formed. And I think this kind of resonates with being able to identify with the risks that small business people take. In the Great Depression, our bank failed, declared bankruptcy in 1931. In 1932, started back up as the Bank of Benson. Fast forward to 1992, Douglas County Bank, or the bank holding company, purchased the Bank of Bellevue. And then in 1998 is actually when we folded all the banks together and became Great Western Bank. And then 2014, October 2014, we went public. And that's been an interesting journey to be on, because we're a little bit of a different animal as a publicly traded bank in that we're still just a collection of small town bankers that have all been put together under a corporate structure. And it, much like the challenges you all face as you grow your business and move up the food chain as far as the number of employees you've got in these various award categories, we went public to be able to have more capital to continue to be able to grow and help our clients grow. And we've got with us today Dave Hindrocker as our head of investor relations. And so he goes on the road show with our CEO and CFO to talk to different investors. And I don't know for sure that they know what to make of us, because I don't think the shoes are as shiny or the starch is as tight in the shirt as a lot of the folks they're talking to. And we're really proud of the fact that our CEO started, and most of his career was in a small town bank of about 40 million. And he's very much a roll up your sleeves kind of guy, and that's still the way we operate our bank. About 3 years ago, we took a look at our corporate strategy and said, we'll never be able to spend the money that the big banks do to, have a billboard on every corner, a television commercial. And so we said, what are we really good at? Well, we think we're good at helping businesses grow. And so in focusing on business banking, cash management, and wealth management, we've tailored our whole bank around the community that sits in front of us here today. And it's all based on really good people. That's our whole focus, is to put good people in front of good business people and hopefully make good lending decisions. One of those good people that we have here, you all know very well, Amanda Andrews. Amanda, would you stand up? So we are known for more than just a really kick-butt green tile floor in the lobby of a bank. We've got great people, and Amanda is in her first year on the board of the Bellevue Chamber, and we're very proud, and we know that she represents us well on the Chamber and in the community. So stop by and say hello to Amanda. With that, I will just say congratulations to everybody that's going to win awards. We're very proud to be associated with the Bellevue business community, and proud to have helped a few of you along the way, and look forward to doing so with more of you in the future. So thank you.
Thank you, Gary. One of the things Gary didn't mention, Great Western Bank this past year consolidated their call center operations, and they brought 60 jobs to Bellevue by doing that. So thank you to Great Western Bank for bringing that to our community. And by the way, since Gary brought it up, I wasn't going to tell this story, but now I will. I was talking with Gary earlier when we got here, and we were talking about a story we'd both recently seen. With Easter celebrations going on recently, it turns out that God decided he really wanted to see how man was doing. It's been 2,000 plus years. He hadn't maybe checked in quite as often as he could have. And he thought, I'm going to send a legion of angels down. I'm going to see how man is doing and see how everything's going. And the legion of angels reported back to him and said, we've probably got about 5% of the people doing what it is you wanted them to do. And God thought, wow, that is really disappointing. So instead of getting mad at the 95%, he thought what I really should do is probably reaffirm and say, good job, go get them, to the 5% who are doing what I asked them to do. And with our modern day, God decided probably email would be the way to do that. People are busy, they're checking their emails, they're checking their phones. So God sent out an email to the 5% of the people that are actually doing what he asked them to do, and they're doing a good job. And I asked Gary, I said, what the email said? And he said, no. And I said, yeah, I didn't get one either. That was a long, long joke, Gary. Anyway, thanks to Great Western Bank today for sponsoring. In addition to Great Western, we've got two other sponsors here with us today. One is Hike Real Estate. Where's Rusty Hike and his gang? Thank you. Rusty, by the way, if you don't drive outside of the confines of Bellevue, you wouldn't have noticed that there's also a Hike Real Estate sign now in Plattsmouth, and there's a Hike Real Estate sign in Papillion as well. They're really growing and expanding, and they've got 21 realtors now building their small business here in Bellevue, and that's great for the community. Also sponsoring today is Coley Jessen Law Firm. We've got Marlon Lofgren here, Ryan Sevchek as well from the law firm of Coley Jessen. So thank you for that sponsorship. Finally, just want to take a minute to thank a few of the individuals who really make this happen. One is Amanda Andrews, who Gary called out. Amanda's a recent graduate of the Leadership Bellevue, and she did just get on the chamber board. It's been a great addition to the board, and again, today's another example of her volunteering and getting everybody checked in with her crew from Great Western Bank, so thanks for that. Sarah Cleveland, are you here this afternoon? Sarah's not here, but we'll be seeing some videos, and Sarah's with Bellevue University, and they volunteer to help us put on the video events where we basically tape the nominees, and you can hear their story here this afternoon as we go forward. And finally, I want to thank our Bellevue Chamber board members who are here today. If you'd stand up for a moment, thanks for all the work you do. I see George Rybar back here. We got Paul Swanson, John Larson, Ralph Gladback, and Amanda. We've got 21 board members from a very diverse cross-section of business here, and also we have representatives from school district and county. So again, it's great, the number of people that are always supporting the chamber for these events. You know, the Bellevue Chamber has been around for at least 30 years. This past year, we've started looking into and changing and updating some of the bylaws, also reinvigorating a group that's called the Bellevue Economic Enhancement Foundation, which will be more of a fundraising arm for the chamber, which then helps us to implement programs in the community to bring more business to Bellevue. And our membership is made up 88% of small businesses. And small business by definition is if you have 50 employees or less, and that's what we're here to celebrate today, are the small business owners that help make this community great. You know, nationally, it's over 80% of all businesses are small business, and they are the majority of the employers in this country. We always think about the large companies. When you think about large employees, they pale by comparison when you add all of the small businesses together across this country that keep things going. So it's certainly a reason for celebrate and reason why we are here today. The heart and soul of our chamber, really, we've got two different branches of that. One is our staff. We've got Jim Risto, president of the chamber. We've got Doris Irwin in the back taking pictures, and we've got Faith Morrison. So we do an amazing number of events with only 3 full-time people on staff, and the reason we're able to do that is because of the second branch of our Bellevue Chamber, and that's all the awesome volunteers we have. We've got a dedicated group of individuals that show up and organize ribbon cuttings, morning coffees, getting the relationships built between the various small businesses and making them succeed. So for all of those who are here that volunteer for the chamber, thank you. For all of those of you here that have been touched by the chamber, you obviously are aware of those volunteers as well. Couldn't do it without them. Okay, today we are here to celebrate the 2016 Small Business Award of Excellence. Nominees were called. Basically, the chamber sends out invitations for nominations. We got a number of nominations in. We basically narrowed those down to 2 in each category. There are 3 categories for the Small Business Award. One is for new business, that has been around for just a year. And then the other 2 recognize in businesses that have employees of 1 to 15 or employees of 16 to 50. So those are the 3 categories you'll be hearing about today. And again, we narrow them down to 2 finalists in each category. And we'd also like to thank again Great Western Bank. They're providing a special gift for each of the nominees. And if you didn't get a chance, please take a look at the table on your way out where it gives them kind of a little bio of who our final nominees are today and also the hardware they'll be taking home. So with that, it'll be my pleasure to assist in presentation of these awards. And if they would join me at this time, Gary Grote and Rita Sanders, come on up, and I'm going to turn this over to Jim Risto.
We got our final nominees. We're going to ask you to stand as I call your name and remain standing until I've recognized both of the final nominees in each category and while the video plays. So for the final nominees for the 2016 Breaking Ground Small Business Awards are BEM Muscle and Joint Clinic. Adam, I know you're here, Doc. And Farm to Market Home. And then, unfortunately, Adam, you're going to be standing there by yourself because Courtney's actually traveling looking for more merchandise for her store. But we're going to roll here. So congratulations to our nominees. And then what we'll do is have you turn your attention to our video screen here.
So we're a chiropractic, manual therapy, and rehabilitation clinic in Bellevue, Nebraska. We're more of like a sports medicine clinic here in town. We offer chiropractic adjustments. We offer a ton of different manual therapy techniques, as for instance active release, dry needling, myofascial release, and then we have a big PT bay which we implement rehabilitation services. We try to strive ourselves in being the premier musculoskeletal clinic in the area. And we try to offer our patients the most up-to-date evidence-based services out there. Everything's electronic. We offer our patients the ability to get online and fill out their paperwork from the convenience of their home. Our main focus is to try to alleviate their pain as fast as possible and then get them through some type of rehabilitation protocol so that pain hopefully doesn't come back, and they're able to kind of take control of their own pain and not have to rely on kind of seeing a doctor or any other specialist. We work with the Omaha School of Massage Therapy, which is now Herzing College, and they have a chiropractic assistant program. So towards the end of their program, they need to do 300 hours underneath a doc. So we have an intern that works with us that comes in, and she's able to get hands-on experience. She's able to learn how to bill insurance, and then whether or not we see that's a great fit, we'll bring her into our practice. We joined the Chamber, was one of the first things that we did, and we also joined several networking groups that the Chamber holds. For instance, Power Partners, we're an avid member of Power Partners, and that seems to be great referral networking, just kind of getting our name out in general. Every single Saturday we do some type of marketing in the greater Omaha area. So for instance, being a sports medicine kind of active release clinic, we team up with a ton of, whether it's 5K, half marathon, full marathon runs in the area, and Omaha is prevalent of having about 10 every Saturday, it seems like. And so we team up with one of those of being the soft tissue provider at the end of the race. Pre or post race, we can treat plantar fasciitis or shin splints or anything there, and we just kind of get our name out. We have a couple patients that actually work for the food bank of the Heartland, and so they'll bring in boxes that we have. We'll just set out a couple boxes here in the office that allow for patients to donate canned goods, and we can supply those to the food bank of the Heartland. Every week we grow, which is great. So it seems like those seem to be helping as far as getting our name out.
We wanted to add a little suspense, so we just let that drag out a little bit. But and the winner of our Small Business Award of Excellence for Breaking Ground goes to BEM Muscle and Joint Clinic.
All right, great, thank you. As the video kind of showed, we're more than just a chiropractic clinic. We're a chiropractic and rehabilitation clinic. So in the short 8 months that we've been around, it's been great. So we're offering a different type of care here in the Bellevue area. I see a lot of our Wednesday Power Partners group got a shout out. See a lot of them in the crowd, so yeah, great. But yeah, so we treat anything from migraines, headaches, all the way down to plantar fasciitis, and we kind of pride ourselves in being a chiropractic, active release, and rehabilitation clinic. Everything so far has been very, very well. We're talks with actually the University of Bellevue about being their sports chiropractor. So it's kind of a new, diverse care that's been brought to the area. So anybody out there that's suffering with tennis elbow, plantar fasciitis, runner's knee, a great Small Business of the Year award nominee to go to here in 36 and 370. Great, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bam, and congratulations again to BEM Muscle and Joint Clinic for your 2016 Breaking Ground Small Business of the Year Award. So we'll move on to the final nominees for the 2016 1 to 15 full-time employees, or equivalent employees, Small Business Awards. And we'll roll those videos now.
Well, BJSA provides youth activity programs for youth ages 5 to 14. Some of those programs include basketball, volleyball, youth wrestling, which we have a novice program, which is our beginner program, and then we have our varsity or competitive program. We have between 12 and 1,500 youth participating. Participating in sports in a safe environment. They're getting trained, sportsmanship, lifelong lessons, basics of that particular sport. I think that's really important for the youth in our program, in our community, and it's a positive environment to the youth of the Bellevue area. Over the last couple years, we've updated our website, which I'm really proud of. We now have the technology where people can go online, register for a certain activity, pay with a credit card or a debit card. It also is a wealth of information as far as, putting out information as far as schedules and cancellations, information as far as safety and coaches' contact information. So our website has come a long ways. We do everything that we can as far as education for our coaches, training for our coaches, equipment, upgrades every single year.
I've been involved with BJSA since 1975. It wasn't BJSA then. The four former JCs approached Alvy and I and said, would you come in and help? And that was in October of 1975. And in 1977, we incorporated as a nonprofit organization, and we've been going ever since. Our organization is based on an all-volunteer board, all-volunteer coaches, and as I mentioned before, critical to the workings of our organization is our parent involvement. Parent and BJSA involvement is jointly shared, and so consequently we rely on each other for our organization to be successful. Without all of these people being involved, our organization would not exist. BJSA promises, along with our families that participate in our programs, to provide a fun atmosphere for the kids. It's our forever goal to provide something for them that they can enjoy, grow in, continue to want to do as they go beyond our own programs in junior high school and in high school. And we hope that we contribute in part to that achievement for the youngsters in the community.
Well, we offer clean, sanitary, portable restrooms, VIP restrooms, and hand wash stations are our primary offerings. They realize that it's the one thing on their construction site that actually puts money to their bottom line. Well, if you have to send them off-site when they have to go, that's a lot of time, right? And you're paying for that as a contractor. So it is actually a money saver for them. Portable restrooms are pretty low tech. There is some opportunities for us with the advent of, for example, the satellite imagery, street view, GPS routing, where we have been able to incorporate those to provide better directions or work with the customer almost like an on-site visit to work out with them the placement of the units, proper lighting of the units, etc. We've written our own quotation software that helps the customer understand better and the delivery parameters and everything that's going to go into that special event, for example. But those are some of the things where technology does come to bear in a low-tech company. I'm actually going to back it up 5 years just because, that was the throes of the recession, and we were actually growing 15% a year then. When people were tighter with their money, they demanded greater value and better service for what they were spending. And we've continued to see that growth. We've actually doubled in the last 5 years. And this year, with the early spring, we're probably looking at 20 to 25% growth this year alone. From a management standpoint, it's trying to create a fun, energetic workplace because we're high pace. And like I tell my guys, if you're not having fun, you need to find something else to do with your life because life's too short. And so we have fun. On our sign it says there is a difference, okay, but what we're really about is the passionate pursuit of the perfect porta potty, okay? It's looking for the best products, the safest procedures, the best satisfaction for the customer and for their guests. It's actually our commitment to the community, whether it be, the special event or the contractors or that person who lost their sewer that night. It's our commitment to the community that has contributed to our growth and allowed us to add jobs. So chicken or the egg maybe, but that's how I see it.
And the winner of the Small Business Award of Excellence for 1 to 15 full-time equivalent employees goes to A, Relief Services. Rob, if you could come on up and accept the award.
If I was a public speaker, I'd probably be a lawyer or a banker. I'm not, so I apologize in advance. It's a couple, the brains of the company, my wife, Lori. I'd like to be able to claim I'm the brawn, but I'm what she's stuck with. And then a little credit definitely due Butch and Diane, the founders, who really founded us on that path to the passionate pursuit of the perfect porta potty. And that really is what it's about. And if you can have that in any business, it's going to take you places, and can even get a porta potty company an award like this, for which I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Our final nominees for the 2016 16 to 50 full-time equivalent employees Small Business Awards are, and we're going to ask them to stand since I forgot that the last time. We have KPE Engineers, Architects, and Forensic Experts. If you'd have your table there. And Marathon Ventures. So again, congratulations to our nominees, and let's turn to the video here.
KPE provides design and forensic engineering services for a wide variety of clients. Most of our clients tend to be school districts or industrial, commercial clients, railroads, building owners, those sorts of organizations. And the thing that separates KPE from other competitors would be the fact that our designers are also forensic engineering experts. Technology has always been important to our business since our inception about 15, 16 years ago. We have always used computerized aided design in AutoCAD in our preparation of documents and drawings and things, just to speed the process and to give the customer the most value. But recently we've added Revit, which is a 3D modeling program, and it puts those building systems in 3 dimensions. So our engineers and architects can see the interaction of these building systems and how things overlay and interplay with one another. It saves a tremendous amount of time and effort and most importantly, aggravation in the field, because then when you actually go to construct these projects, they integrate and match up very nicely. The last couple of years, we've grown almost 50%, so we've had a great growth curve. A big part of that is the attitude of ownership and management of involving staff in where we are, where our goals are, and where we intend to go, and how we're going to get there. KP is dependent upon outstanding individuals and staff, and we have some of the best, finest, brightest, young, and a little older than young folks at KPE. We attract great people, I think, because we immerse them in so many things and give them an opportunity to really spread their professional wings and shine in their disciplined areas. We've started a high school scholarship program for very talented seniors that are interested in pursuing engineering or architecture, and for the last 6 years, I believe, we've actually awarded that scholarship to Bellevue Public School seniors, and last year, 2 years ago, started at Omaha Public Schools. So this is several $1,000 contribution and a scholarship directly to these individuals that are outstanding students locally that also will stay and study in engineering or architectural. Been very fortunate in serving some great clients in this community and had great support in this community, and we greatly appreciate all the help that we've had and seen from the community to KPE. So it's been a great giving relationship.
We got a deep history in nuts and coffee. We added popcorn along the way. As we've grown, we've added some other products like popcorn kernels, dried beans, sunflower seed meats. We found ourselves starting with products from around the country and world, and as we've grown, decided to start focusing on other products that were closer to home. The high growth area for the company is in the private brand, where we do store brands, large customers like Target. We ship to all the Targets in the country, but we also do our own brands, and people locally know us as Herman's and Maggie's and Pears. Our Fresh Roast store on Fort Crook is really much intended to invite people in for them to try, see some of the brands they're familiar with that are ours, but also see some unique products that they may not see. As a smaller company, we feel that we can compete with anybody on a basis of innovation and responsiveness. We know those are two areas that, we compete against some large public companies, but we can be as innovative and responsive as anyone. I put those together because it's a combination that kind of makes you dangerous. From an innovation standpoint, though, I'm a big fan in the environment creates innovation, and really trying to redo some of our environment, our offices, our meeting space, to promote creativity. And so we've got our own innovation center. I brought together our sales and our marketing and our product development people all in close proximity to that. And so we really pride ourselves on thinking out of the box and bringing unique solutions to our clients. We consistently have double-digit growth in our revenue that's been sustainable for us, and how we do that is back to the innovation and responsiveness. And this last year we celebrated our 100-year anniversary as a company, 12 years with our ownership, and instead of spending a lot of money on a public event, we took those funds, and for every year of service we gave, in addition to their normal bonus, $100 for a year of service, and something well received, and I think a way of really showing some direct appreciation. For the 12 continuous years, we've served thousands of cups of coffee at each one of the Race for the Cure, and that's something that really allows a number of employees to get involved, and they've really responded well to that. There's other athletic events, the Omaha Marathon, the Boxer 500, the Corporate Cup, other things that we're supporting as well, where we can reach a lot of people. So those have created a lot of opportunity for some of our employees to get involved. It's a good story for us to move down to Bellevue, and so we work very closely with the chamber, with the mayor's office, with the city council, the planning commission, and we took advantage of those. And what started as maybe some additional space, a minority of our jobs ultimately became, we're going to consolidate not only our manufacturing, all of our offices, and position ourselves for growth here in Bellevue.
And the winner of Small Business Award of Excellence for our 16 to 50 full-time equivalent employees goes to Marathon Ventures. John Larson, come to the podium.
Well, thank you to everyone. Recognition is not something that you actively seek, but when you receive it, it is much appreciated. And so with the appreciation, I probably got to first mention all of the great employees that we have. I don't think you achieve success without great people, and we've been very blessed to have a group of great people down there that have the key drivers of all that success. But that success and those great people is not just an internal story. So it wouldn't have happened as well with working with the mayor's office and all the people I mentioned there. We have some great people locally, and it was that partnership that has really driven our success. And our move to Bellevue has been an absolute integral part of our growth, and it will continue to be. So much appreciated. Thank you to everyone.
Thanks again, John, and congratulations. Congratulations to all of our final nominees and winners today. Your contributions as small businesses do not go unnoticed. I'll tell you, and I know Amanda, your group, worked hard for the selection process, and narrowing them down to the two finalists was extremely tough, and then picking a winner out of those two finalists was kind of mind-bending for your group, I'd say. But it was quite a process to go through. Not only the nominees, both nominees and the winner, well deserving of the recognition here for what they do here in Bellevue. Small businesses are vital to the financial well-being of our city and our state's economy. Their contribution is essential for economic growth since they make up a large portion of employer firms in our city. As entrepreneurs and innovators, small business owners represent a diverse group and continue to keep our economy productive. Small businesses are our job generators and our innovators, and they represent an array of opportunities to a diverse spectrum of individuals in our community. The Greater Bellevue Area Chamber of Commerce hosts this yearly luncheon as a celebration of all small businesses and small business owners. And again, we want to thank you for choosing the Bellevue Offutt community as your home. In addition to that, April is Small Business Awareness Month, and quite frankly, we, not only as the Chamber, but our businesses, are very much aware and thankful for the contributions our small businesses make to our community. Again, I want to reach out and thank our sponsors today. Without your support, this event wouldn't be possible. Great Western Bank, our presenting sponsor today. Again, Gary, you and your team, we appreciate what you do for us. You're a tremendous asset, not only to the Chamber, but to the Bellevue-Offutt community. And we also want to thank Hike Real Estate and Coley Jessen for your support of today's event. I know Tom already mentioned this, but we want to give a shout out. Bellevue University is a great partner for the Bellevue Chamber of Commerce. Not only do they allow us to use a lot of their facilities, but we also house up with them. So I want to give a shout out to Bellevue University for all they do for not only the community, but the Chamber. They're a hidden jewel in Bellevue, so very quiet sometimes, but very much large in the sense of what they contribute to our community.